We're live.
Congrats.
Hey, Chris, how's it going, buddy? Thanks, baby.
You're welcome, my love.
Oh, man, oh, man. Probably not going to be a long one tonight. I've been giving her all week. What are you up to, buddy? Mm-mm. Oh, man. Do you like this that my wife just did on the board? Oh, man. So how's your basement looking? It was looking like you're stepping her up a notch. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh. They're doing things for science. Me too. I'm doing an experiment on the effects of scotch on my system. Just one or two, though. Oh, did you have a good week, man? What's the weather like down there? Oh, excuse me. I got a really cool thing today. Well, I bought it at the auction, but I picked it up today. It's like a great big cabinet, and it's got a whiteboard in it. And then when you fold the doors open, there's like these pads that you can screw hooks into for keys. Because what I've been finding lately is that as I'm accumulating things that need keys, like the snow blower, the sweeper, trucks, and all that, the hot outside. It's hot or it's wet. Yeah. Keep forgetting I can just put that up there. The but yeah, it was very heavy, so I got that home today. I don't know where I'm gonna put it yet, but right now I'm like sticking keys here, sticking them there. They're in the cup holders in the truck, and I just need to. Oh, hey, Bryce. Thanks, buddy. I don't know which finger. Out here, they say, like, oh, he fingered me. And I'm like, hey, I did not. Like, yeah, it's weird. Your West Coast family might have the same sayings as the West Coast people here. They're all different than the rest of the country. Oh, yeah, I got my old Yale. I fired it up again yesterday, or no, today I had to move it so I could get the truck into the driveway. I'm surprised, like with 10,000 hours, I kind of thought it would be. I mean, it's wore out a little bit, but I thought it would be on its last legs. But I guess if they're looked after, you can probably get lots of hours out of them. How are you doing, Adam? I'd like to get that Clark going too. I just got to find time to figure out how to diagnose it. I got a guy who's going to come and consult. He won't do the mechanic work, but he's, I guess, really good with hydraulics, so he'll come and see if he can figure out why it's like what needs to be replaced. But he said he wants nothing to do with the working on it, which whatever. It's probably a lot different for if you could be working on the tractor hydraulics or something like that on a nice open machine rather than that thing. I guess I'd be taking that too. Yeah, I started my CPAP. Hey, thanks, Chris. You're doing a great job, buddy. Oh yeah, I started my CPAP a week ago. I've done 7 nights on it, and I do feel better. Um, I'm still tired, but not like not like I was. Now I feel like normal tired, what I think most people feel like. Around 2 in the afternoon after lunch, you get that feeling where you might like to take a nap or something, instead of the like right from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed tired. So the yeah, it's so I absolutely hate the mask. There's been 2 nights where I've woke up in the morning and the mask is everything's shut off and the mask is laying on the bed, and but I've still had like 6 hours or whatever. But it just sweats like everywhere. Just like I wake up and like it's moving with the sweat, like it's just slick, I guess, and so all of a sudden I'm like breathing. One corner of my mouth will be breathing out, like yeah. I won't ask you to. He doesn't deserve a share out anyhow. Oh man, this drink is good. Yeah, I they so the company that I got it through, they've been texting me and just making sure everything's okay. And I guess I get a free um, cushion, which I guess is just their name for masks. So I got the one that I got for it was included in the price, but then I get a free pack of wipes and a free cushion, so I can try that nose pillow that you were telling me about. Holy shit, Scrooge McDuckin! I remember him from somewhere. The how are you doing, buddy? The I haven't seen too much coming out of you. The odd little short, but nothing, nothing major. I don't know. I wish Mike does stuff would get in here because I don't understand what this Bigfoot boys or yeah, I think it was Bigfoot boys or something like. He's putting up these shorts of the like what I'm assuming is like an AI thing that he has made. You've been building your shop like from scratch. Like you didn't have a shop before and now you do, or you had a shop that was too small and now you're building a bigger shop. Oh, that's a thing where like you can just make Bigfoot do what you want it to do or something. You don't have to like create the Bigfoot; it's already there for you. I just don't. Yeah, I don't. I don't like the AI stuff. I use uh, I use my phone AI though. That Google, what's it called, Gemini. I use that all the time now because when I'm driving, I can just ask it questions. I really like. I really like that because I'm not taking my eyes off the road to tap, and it like gives me pretty thorough answers. I'm happy with that. You've been doing a few lives. I've never seen one come up. I've never been notified of a live from you ever, which is weird. Bigfoot is flooded on YouTube and Facebook Reels. Oh, I've only seen it from Mike Does Stuff. Oh, not on YouTube. The old Scrooge McDuckin. Sometimes I wonder if him and Mike Does Stuff are brothers. Oh God, I hate that TikTok. I believe it. I'll never see that community though. But my wife might. Irish goes on TikTok a lot. I don't really get it. Oh, China small. I don't understand. Who China small? Tell me more. Yeah, I think Irish gets quite a bit of subs on YouTube and watch hours on YouTube from TikTok. My wife was smart and she got me an insulated cup for my ice, so I didn't just have a bowl of melted ice. Oh, that's up. Wait, I didn't write it, as you probably know. Well, this stuff's tasting maybe too good. I have had one hell of a week. 16K subs on TikTok. What's he got on regular video streaming platform, YouTube? He must have close, or no, Ian's close to that, right? Oh, well, right on. I yeah, I don't I I don't know. I've often thought, oh, you should refine the gold because it costs you so much to get the gold to elsewhere, but I don't have time for that shit. Oh, really? She must really put some effort into those love letters. Mine are just like I heart you and the letter U. I guess you're more important. Thanks for calling it beautiful. Oh, my phone's dying. I don't know what if I called the wire stripper beautiful. I haven't seen the wire stripper. She's elusive. She does have a beautiful foot though. Two beautiful feet. Ooh, but yeah, I imagine I'm gonna head out early tonight. I just felt like having a couple of drinks and seeing what was going on. The we were supposed to work today, and then yesterday they were like, "Oh well, got bad news, everybody. That not going to be working Friday." And I said, "Well, whatever. Like I got lots to do." So I packed up a load of scrap and went into town. Got a haircut. Um, Took a bunch of the stuff from the auction. I got the copper hasn't gone up at all. It's 404 for number 2, 408 for number 1, and 412 for Bear Bright. I took in 46 pounds of copper aluminum rads for $1.89 a pound. A bunch of aluminum new MLC, 69 cents a pound, and the rims are 80 cents a pound. So, well, it wasn't too bad though. I got a grand total of $695.51, so it was worth the trip to town. Oh, I don't know. You're getting pretty close to. No, you're at just about $3 a pound for copper, right, Mike? The oh, oh, nice. 211. That's good. I I was thinking that mine might be higher, but our prices haven't changed. Even though, like, Cruiser Mac texted me today and said, yeah, 385. So that's nice. Like, I'm waiting for ours to go up, but Cruiser's going to the coast tomorrow and doing a scrap run. He said he's kind of thinking they might be pushing $6 a pound for Bear Bright down there. Yeah, so you're getting the same almost price for Bear Bright as we are, except for mine's in Canadian monopoly money. Not fair. Oh, yours are bad, eh? Can you, now that you've got some time, or like, does driving, is it bad for your heart if you drive, or what do they say about that? Okay, have fun doing your science. You should get one of those University of Science shirts. There's that was like a Norm Macdonald bit. He's a professor at the University of Science. Oh, Norm. The yeah, I would be taking if I had the time and the. I mean, like the better prices for us are 12 hours away, so it's no matter how big of a trailer I had, it wouldn't be worth it. Like, well, I guess if I was taking a tractor trailer load down, and some guys do that, they're going to get an extra buck a pound, and if they can take 40,000 pounds, well, it's $40,000. That's well worth it. But like, I don't have a tractor trailer, so it spends the same. It just takes more of it to to buy anything. 210. 90. That's crazy. Like that. I don't know. That seems like I talk to people. Like I've got a lot of family and friends in the States, and I talk to people, and they're talking to me like, well, I got a I got a good job. I'm getting like $12 an hour, and I don't understand like how that same job in one state, like do each of your states, is it like Canadian provinces where you have like they have different minimum wages? I thought you guys had like one minimum wage all across the country, but like I don't understand how the different areas can get away with like gouging people like that. Like I understand up where I live because I'm 12 hours from the nearest major scrapyard, but it's like, like if you're living, I don't know, Sturgis, Kentucky's got to be, within a couple hours of a big city, right? Like I think everywhere in Kentucky is pretty close to a big city. Like, relatively speaking, like for me, the closest big city is Edmonton, and it's 7 hours away, but it's in Alberta. Each state has different taxes, right? But for minimum wage, like I always see people saying they want the minimum wage in the United States raised. Is it like a federal minimum wage, or does each state have its own set wage? Here, we have each province sets its own minimum wage. I think ours is like, I don't know, 17.75 or something. Um, let's see here. Canadian provinces minimum wage. Okay, so this is as of April 21st, 2025. Yeah, Newfoundland and Labrador, $16. Prince Edward Island, $16. Nova Scotia, $15.70. New Brunswick, $15.65. Quebec, $16.10. Ontario, $17.20. Nunavut's $19. Manitoba's $15.80. Saskatchewan's 15. Wow, Alberta's $15 too, and Saskatchewan. British Columbia 17.85. Yukon is 17.94, and Northwest Territories is 16.70. So, I mean, even wait, oh, 12.48. So Michigan has its own thing because like somebody was saying, like there's some places that $7.80 is the that's can't be answering the phone right now. 12.48. Like how can people live on that? Like, do you need to have two people making that to be able to pay rent? Because like your rent is 100 hours a month for somebody making 1,240 or $12.48 an hour without any taxes taken off. Like, so there's, you got 160 hours in a work month, and 100 of it's going to rent, or more than 100. Like that's insane. Or is there cheaper places to rent? But I mean, like it's not like you're living in a mansion or anything. Yeah, like, but I mean, so what? 7.25 is the minimum wage in Kentucky. Let's just look here at minimum wages per state. Wage rates by state. Okay, so I'll wait for that to come up. So, so say you're a McDonald's worker, you're probably making minimum wage, right? Like that's what those would pay. Um, and then with so say you're a truck driver, like what would a truck driver make? Just your average delivering around town truck driver, and like I mean, the average wage for a truck driver here is $40 an hour. But when I lived in Ontario, and I can't really say too much because that was 15 or so years ago, but I was making 18.50 an hour, and so I went from making 18.50 an hour. I just flew across the country, and I was making like $27 an hour, $28 an hour. And easier work, like way less traffic. It's all bush work. I shouldn't say easier for me because there's way less traffic. You got to chain up and stuff like that. But I mean, it's not like you're doing it all day, every day. But okay, so $15 an hour. That's not bad. Like, if they're making a few bucks more than minimum wage, I'm pretty sure. I shouldn't say I'm pretty sure because I really don't know, but I assume that people at McDonald's here start at minimum wage. That's because you're a micro scrapper. Uh, yeah, and you got a pretty good job, right? Like you've done lots of training and stuff, and you've worked your way up, and so that like that's pretty good. But yeah, that's see, that's what I don't get, Adam. Why is Kentucky allowed to? Why are places in Kentucky allowed to pay people that much less? Okay, where am I at here now? How many vehicles do you have? What? How many properties? I thought you just had the one property and then you were renting the other place. Uh, I've been pretty lucky. The like with I can't even remember it. It's got to be 20 years since somebody messed up my order at a drive-through. Like, but I hear so many people with horror stories, and I guess just because my order's always simple, maybe I don't know. But like about 20 years ago, I remember going to A&W and I ordered like two burgers, two fries, and two drinks. And I'm at the window, and they're handing me bag after bag of food. There was milkshakes and all kinds of stuff, and there was like all kinds of kids meals and that. So I drive around to the front, and I said, "Excuse me, like I've got the wrong order. Somebody is probably really upset right now looking at two burgers and fries." And the person just says, "I fucking quit," and they just left. They walked out of the building, and so the manager's like, "I'm sorry, sir, I'll be right back." And they're out in the parking lot trying to beg this person to come back to work. And I'm like, why would you want somebody that's that incompetent and belligerent to work for you? But anyways, the manager came back and said, "Oh, she's not coming back." And I was like, "Well, that's good, right?" And she said, "No, we're so short staffed. Like, it's unreal. Nobody will come here and work." And at that time, minimum wage was like $15 an hour, and or what, it was maybe $13 an hour, and they were paying $18 an hour just to try and get people there. But yeah, it was just crazy. Oh, okay, I see. You've got so you pay like a pad rent for the trailer, but you own the trailer. And but yeah, you said that you couldn't move that trailer, right? Like it was too expensive. 110 piece nuggets. 110-piece nuggets. Is that for your 11 kids? Like, are you a Mennonite? Oh, oh, it looks like Chris just posted something to me. It says for science. Well, I'll see it. I'll see it after. But one order of 10-piece. Oh, all right. 110-piece. No axles. Yeah, $8,500. That's crazy, eh? That's if you want, go to the auction, buy a couple of forklifts, get somebody to drive at one end and you to drive at the other. Just do it like my brother moved his place until the chimney fell off. they thought it was a good idea at the time. And you're cleaning bricks off the highway, hoping the cops don't get there before you get it done. Oh, man. So, anybody else got any fun stuff? What? How far are you from? Where's Scrapman 69? He that was some rig. Those people it said state registered movers. They come in and took his away. I want to know what a high-low is. I asked in your thing, and all you did was give me a heart and never told me. Like, what is a high-low? Anybody? Yeah, I had a couple of boring shits this week too. A couple were pretty exciting though, where I was running. One of them, oh, a high-low is a fork. Oh, a high-low. I've never heard them called that. I guess they go high and low. Yeah, happy ending. Oh, I remember those back in the old days. I remember the when I first moved out to Fort St. John, the yellow pages were full of rub and tugs. And it would say, like, right in the yellow pages on a full page ad, very discreet girls, sensual massage. I was like, wow, that nobody busts them. They're like, oh no, they need them here. Daniel Houston, so good to see you, my friend. Haven't seen you in a long time. Yeah, I know. I know that now. I didn't know that at the time. I know that, like, people back home call excavators high hose for whatever reason. I don't know if there's a low hoe, but always 6 hours away. But I'm wondering how much he paid to have his trailer moved, like what their hourly rate is, because even if they're, if it's $100 an hour and they're only going to charge you 3 grand to move yours, you're still going to be a lot less than $8,500. Are you kidding me? I usually am kidding you. More fun than a copper stripper? I I was kind of hoping that was the color of her hair, but then it turns out no, she just strips copper. No, he didn't. He sold it to some people uh, that live 2 hours away from him. Um, I don't know what you get for trailers and stuff, but like here, I see a lot of people just giving them away. They just want you to come and get them, and I think a lot of that is the fact that we don't have anybody here that moves trailers. So you got to call Prince George. They're 3 hours away, 3.5 hours. They got to come up, move your thing, and then go back down. I don't know what they charge. Probably a couple $100 an hour. I'm thinking. Brent, how's it going, buddy? Things are looking good there in your new retirement. So yeah, I assume that the people who bought the trailer would have paid to move it, right? Like I don't know if you would sell the trailer with moving inclusive, because how would you know where the people live or anything? Here, like when I used to work nights, I would see like tractors, like farm tractors, coming across our suspension bridge in the middle of the night, like 4 in the morning. These guys would be coming through there with like two tractors and a mobile home and not a light. Like they got their headlights and that's it. Like no pilot vehicles, nothing. It's crazy. But like, and people are like, "Oh, you're supposed to report that." And I'm like, "Oh, come on!" Like, I'm the only one that saw them. They weren't causing any trouble, and I commend them for, saving themselves 10 grand or whatever it would have been. Hey, Nas, how's it going, bud? Who else? Oh, Don, come in. Hello, Don. Thank you for not saying hello to Mike. Yeah, totally illegal. But I mean, like where we live, it really doesn't matter. What would have mattered is if they had have, you know, wiped out on the bridge or something, because it's like a 16 wide mobile and the bridge is like 24 wide or something like that. So all it would have taken was like, the driver to fart wrong and off off into the side or something. I don't know. Like, yeah, pretty crazy. Too busy, for retirement. That's right, Nas. You're from an area that has little outlying spots that I'm sure a lot of stuff gets moved by tractor in the night. Don, go to bed, Mike says. 7:30 here, so it's like 9:30 at Don's. Yeah, you should probably get to bed, Don. See? Yeah. Oh, Mike, you shush. See, Don, we can't shush Mike right now because he is the star of the show. Like if you can see up here. Right there. Oh. Oh, so now you're scrapping and gold refining. That's not really work, is it? 10:35 there. Oh, I thought you were like Central or something. Yeah, I thought you were Central. So you're Eastern? Oh, what else we got over here? Yeah, you're the superstar, Mike. I had to switch that too because I can't do it now, but when she was first doing it, I looked and I was like, oh, that's backwards. So then I had to do this mirror thing on my camera so that so you could read it. And things. Yeah, I didn't know you were Eastern. I thought you were like by Chicago or something. I thought that was like Central. Although, how would I know where you are? Indiana, maybe? Midwest? Sounds like you're from the Midwest. Oh, I have those crowns too. I still don't know how those work because we were on somebody's live, maybe Rafael's or something last week, and so like a bunch of us had been talking, and then Ian Matthews comes in and he like puts in 3 sentences, and then he's number one. It's like I don't know what the deal is. Northern Indiana, so close to Chicago, because Bob goes to Chicago, right? Like he does the FedEx or not? Was it FedEx or UPS? UPS. But I remember him saying he was going into Chicago and that. Oh, by watching time. Oh, okay. Oh, so you're not too far. I am drinking Glenmorangie again. I still have quite a bit left. It takes me a few months to finish a bottle, but eventually I do, and then I get a new bottle. Oh, okay. The sometimes Chicago. Yeah, because I remember him talking about going through Chicago, and I thought maybe he had like a set run that he just, you know, every day get out there and give her. The we were talking earlier about wages in the States and that nobody ever did answer me, but like say you're a new truck driver, what would you make just doing like local deliveries, say around your town? Um, with maybe a straight truck, or how much would a dump truck driver make? Not somebody who's been doing it for 40 years, but like somebody who's fairly new at it. Oh, Bryce is still here. I figured his missus would be craving attention. I guess not. About as much as mine's craving right now. I wonder if she's watching, though. Are you watching? Yell out if you're watching. No yelling. She doesn't care about us. Soon. So where does the time zones change going across the states? Like where does Central start? Like from Eastern? Yeah, but people must know truck drivers, right? Oh, good. That's to your health, not Mike's health. Your health, Brent. Oh, and Adam's health too. He kind of needs it. He's having some rough old go here last year. And there are truck drivers here. Like Brent drives a dump truck. Bryce drives a truck. Nobody's like when I drove truck back east, I got paid by the mile and it sucked. Then when I started doing the local work, that was when we got paid by the hour. But I was making like 32 cents a mile, and I was always going on the eastern seaboard. And then one day they were like, "Oh, we got a load to Texas for you." I was like, "Oh man, okay, well I'll go to Texas, I guess." And when I saw the speed limits in the West and how many miles you could make in a day, I was like, "Well, I'm never going to New York City again." Sure, yeah, keep your bone density up. "50 miles into Indiana on I-90. Well, I must have missed something. Michigan City, Indiana. Never even heard of that. Although I guess that's like Kansas City, Missouri. Um, did Adam? Oh no, you wouldn't be near. Oh, where was it? It's kind of. I guess it was on the Ohio side, down by Cincinnati. There used to be this big. It was like this huge foam Jesus, and he was like coming out of this fountain or something like this, and you'd go by there and it was like this huge pond with this huge foam Jesus, and I heard it burnt down because it was all metal, like the frame was all metal and the outside was like styrofoam or something. Lightning hit hit the metal frame. Man. Oh, they get 72. Wow, that's crazy. Well, good for them though, but yeah, that's like I guess it was around two well 19 late 90s when I was working back there, and it was 32 cents a mile. So that's good. And it was I remember my boss one day, like I was just pounding it out there, and my boss comes up to me one day and goes, "Here's your paycheck." He says, "Oh, you keep this up and you'll be making 50 grand a year." I'm like, "Keep this up? I just worked like 95 hours a week for 2 weeks." Like, and I'm going to do all that for 50 grand a year? Well, I might as well just kill myself now. Yeah, I used to work on, I used to get 25% of the load when I was hauling oversize, um, like out of the Vancouver area and all down through the States and through Canada. And it was really good because with the oversized stuff they pay a premium, like, and I never had to pay out of pocket for anything, like for pilot cars or anything. So if I saw pilot cars coming, I knew I was getting a good raise. Hey, there's Are You Kidding Me? Hey, from Ottawa. Tell me, is Joe Blow's still there? There was a bar in Ottawa that we used to go to called Joe Blow's, and it was $1.25 a drink. And we made pigs of ourselves. Hourly and mileage. Yeah. Yeah, I just wonder like what like when I left there, we didn't get paid any overtime, but we had to work overtime. And then in the spring, or actually anytime after Christmas, everything would slow right down, and then they would make us take our banked hours as a paycheck then. Which I mean, whatever. But it sucked because you don't get that time and a half. So we'd work 60 hours a week, and you should be getting, I think it was 16 hours a week at time and a half, but we didn't ever get any time and a half. And we didn't get to bank our hours as time and a half. Here, if I work overtime, I get time and a half. And then when I bank it, I get 1.5 hours towards my bank time. So, like the shift I'm on now, every week I bank 13 and a half hours of time, but I bank that at time and a half. So it's, closer to 20 hours. Every 2 weeks, I get a free week off, like for whenever I feel like taking it. Or I can just take it as pay. But, to me, that just ups my taxes. So if I can take a couple weeks off here and there, go do something fun or even just work around the house, and I'll do that. Oh, really? They only got $1.08 a mile when I was there. Didn't seem worth it, especially for the price of trucks. No, that was in the '90s. I'm sure it's gone now, but it was awesome. I just loved going there. It was a $5 cover charge. And it was funny too because I was talking to the bouncer and I was like, I don't know how they can make any money at $1.25 a drink, and he says they don't. He says that the drink money just breaks even. He said the waitresses work for tips, but he said we have well over 1,000 people come through here every night. So he said there's over $5,000 in cash at the door that the boss gets, and then he gives the bouncers their money. The waitresses and the bartenders work for tips, and the booze pays for, I guess, keeping the lights on. So, you know, other than the fact that you have nothing but a revolving door of completely hammered frat boys, and like there was just fights galore constantly. But the bouncers were good. They just throw them out in the alley and go fight out there. But yeah, it was fun, man. I really liked that. 38.50. Wow. But the minimum wage is like seven something an hour. Yeah, 50. We get if we're in the oil field, which I'm not anymore, but in the oil field they can pay you straight time up to 60 hours. And after 60 hours it's time and a half. And but most companies didn't do that because people wouldn't stay. Because I could go drive a dump truck, and when you're driving a dump truck, you're considered an operator, and because you're working for a construction company, not a trucking company, and I can drive that dump truck for 12 hours a day, and after 8 hours, I get time and a half. Well, why would you go drive a tri-drive tank truck with a four-axle trailer full of crude oil for less money than you're getting driving a dump truck? Nobody complains if you spill a load of gravel in their driveway. No, I don't even know I don't think bar life is much anywhere anymore from what I'm hearing. Like when I was young, that was the only reason you wanted to turn 19 was so you could go to the bars. And like the even in our small town, we had fun bars. Like it was just fun all the time, and the fear of missing out was real. Like you're like, oh man, I only got $30, and well, but let's go to the bar anyhow. Like get yourself 6 drinks and have fun and see what's gonna happen. Oh yeah, I've never been drinking in Montreal. Um I used to have a joke where I told people that I it probably seems tasteless. It was tasteless then too, but so like people would say, "Oh, what'd you do this weekend?" I say, "Oh, I went to Montreal, and like I got into this bar, and then they got me upstairs, and that's where the girls were." And next thing I know, I find out like it's a gay bar. None of those girls want anything to do with me, and somebody took all my money, and like I had to get home, so I had to do some things I wasn't proud of, and then like yeah, these people would just be like, "What?" So I'm just joking, like, ha, off I go. And then, like, next thing I know, people are like, oh man, like, it was pretty rough in Montreal. And it's like, what? I haven't been to Montreal. But I don't know. I guess I should remember what I tell people. But, oh, are you kidding me? He's not kidding you. Oh, you didn't go and invite Are You Kidding Me in here? Are you kidding me? Are you a scrapper? Yeah, I've been in Montreal lots of times sober, but I've just never gone there. Like, it's never been a nightlife. I mean, it was 4.5 hours away from us, so it wasn't like a thing where you're just going down there to party. Although Hull, we used to go over into Hull all the time, and there was a casino there, and yeah, we'd go over there and get shit faced and have fun. Hey, look, it's Cruiser Mac. You should be in bed, Jerry. You got a trip tomorrow. You weren't here earlier, Cruiser, so I will tell you that my prices haven't changed here. They're car rims, 80 cents a pound, aluminum MLC, 69 cents a pound, number one copper, 408, number two, 404, and copper aluminum rads are $1.89. So I don't know if the prices went way up down there, but I am really looking forward to you telling us how much they are. Maybe you could do a video. I know you probably forgot how, right? Because you don't ever do videos anymore, loser. Oh man, this Glenmorangie's going down. Hey, look, it's Scrap Rod. Scrap Rod. Speaking of Texas, he's the Scrapping Rodriguez, the Texas tornado. Is you still working at your regular job? Are you doing scrapping on the weekends, or what's the deal, Rodriguez? Just doing your pre-trip. Good for you, because you know what those cops are like out there. You take the Coke Cruiser, you go down across number 3. Sorry, I don't want people to get the wrong idea. Do you take the Coca-Cola Cruiser? You're still working at the same job, the one that you got from when you got laid off or something before, right? Or you got hurt and then you went back to it. I think that's the same one. $40 flicks. Oh, well, I don't know. We usually fly just because it's like a 45-hour drive, and when we do have the time off, we don't want to spend the whole, like, if we get 2 weeks off, you're looking at 6 days of driving of your 2 weeks. And so we generally just fly and rent a car when we get back there. But we went back last Christmas. I don't think we'll be going back out for a while. Take Skook. Oh no, your Tahoe? It was a Tahoe you had, wasn't it? Mike, whose big trip is 18 miles. Sometimes he has to go to the further scrapyard. It's 19 miles. Yeah, right on. Well, that's too bad it broke down, buddy. Hopefully it won't be too much to get it going. Those trucks are pretty good for a lot of them made, so the parts are usually pretty plentiful around here. No, they're not too bad. when the first time I took the Coke, I spun out. I had a Super B, and I'd never run a Super B before, and I didn't know how to chain up or anything. And I didn't chain up. I waited. I was spun out there, and the sand truck went by. It came up behind me, and then it went around, and then up in front. And then I was like, "Hey, if I just back up onto his sand, if I could just make it back." I was all jackknifed, and but I got onto his sand, and I was able to pull the hill. But it's like people are like, "Put your chains on." I was like, "I don't have chains." Turns out I did have chains. They were in the jockey box, but I didn't know. Yeah, Adam, it's it's a long way going east to west and west to east. Oh, 3 miles. Yeah, sorry, 3 miles and 16 miles, and the 16 miles. That's a pretty well a day trip. Right on. Yeah, those Duramax are good engine, eh? Like I've never had one. I've only ever had Fords, but the lot of work trucks I've had, and like they just go. And it's like you think, well, oh well, I guess we'll have to slow down, but oh, sorry, there's still room before I hit the floor here, and yeah, they're up and gone. It's the horror. Oh, no one seems to use chains up here. Oh yeah, I have to check my chain. They told us that we have to check our chains every night to make sure there's no broken links. And none of us do because we don't ever use the chains. So how would the links get broken? But then I found out that like once they start to kind of get dangling and tapping the road, it was bending the boomers on it, and so then I had every day I just put yes, like everything, the chains are good. And then this guy goes and gets in the truck, and then he was mad. He's like, "You said the chains were good, and this." I get out there, and I'm stuck in the snow, and this thing's bent. And I was like, "Oh, it must have bent when when you did it because it was everything was fine. I haven't used those chains in 4 months." Oh, chains are 10 minutes. Well, 10 minutes each chain. So the once you're good at it. The local scrapyard will take number 2 copper, no questions, 388 today. Oh, isn't that interesting? No questions. Chains are illegal? Like you guys are in the mountains, right? Or near the mountains, anyhow? I would have thought that they'd be mandatory. Oh, I think you're believing that I'm pretty sure it's called bullshit. Anyways, that thing about the electric vehicles turned out to be a fake thing, and I didn't even know there was a thing. But Nice Junk was telling me because I was talking to Nice Junk while I had a friend in the vehicle with me, and the friend in the vehicle was going on about Carney gonna make him have an electric vehicle, and then Nice Junk had researched it, went through, and found out it was all a lie, like it was just a fake article. But you can keep believing it because I know how you hate the liberals. Yep. Yeah, I've seen people do that too, even rope. Um, and there's another really cool trick you can do. I've only ever tried it once, and it did not sound good, but it did work. Is you wrap the chain through the rim, the holes in the rim, and then around the rubber as much as you can. Every time that comes around, it gives you that little oomph. Yeah, yeah, I'm like that. Well, I'm like I love driving. I If I could have a job where I could just drive a pickup around everywhere, I I would probably give up truck driving for that because well, I'm just getting lazy. But I just love driving, and especially out here, I love getting on the Alaska Highway and just heading north, and you can drive and like there's hardly any vehicles. There's tons and tons of hills, but nothing major. Like nothing that's. I mean, there's a couple of good pulls in a tractor trailer, but there's very few chain up areas. You can just go and go and go. Oh, is it? So you're not in the good part of Kentucky? Elbows down. Oh yeah, that. Oh, I sorry. I thought you meant you wrapped it around the wheel. Yeah, no, that's it's like a really good handy trick. And it was this old guy showed me because it was middle of summer and we didn't have our chains on the truck because we were cocky, I guess. But yeah, it just started raining and we were out on this old gumbo road and yeah, it was just like stuck on the road and I could see the dry part of the road ahead. And I was like, oh, like I don't know how I'm gonna get out there. And then he showed me that trick just with our tow chain, and it got me where I needed to go. It took about an hour, but I mean, still, we were 3.5 hours from town, so you can't just call a tow truck to pull you 40 feet. Yeah. Oh, I like I've only run backhoes a little bit, but I like running excavators. I just don't. I tried to get out of the construction industry here. So now I'm just doing road maintenance. You've had every kind of hoe. Oh, the oh, I'm sure knowing Mike, it was heavy equipment. The but yeah, I do like those backhoes, and I was looking for a backhoe before I got these forklifts. I was keeping my eye out for tractors with loader, backhoes, and skid steers because forklifts very rarely came up for sale, and when they did, they were always a lot of money. But then I got this deal, so and I think it's because most people don't want old stuff here now. So when they look at it, they're like, "Ooh, '80s, that's probably no good." But it's got like a Chrysler motor in it, so I don't know, can't be bad, right? They were all fun. Oh no, I am not the grader guy, and I'm a little bit upset about that. So let's just years ago, we had one grader guy and he never showed up for work. So I went in and I said, "Hey, I'd like to train on the grader." And the boss said, "Oh, no." And just let me send him a message. Um, I got 6% battery left. The Yeah, so he's like, "Oh no," he said, "We'll bring someone from town if he can't show up, then we'll bring somebody from town." I said, "Okay, so you would rather like have to call into town and get them to pull a grader man off of their job, send it out to us, rather than a guy who lives here, get him the training that he needs." And it wasn't a lot of training. Basically, I just go sit in the gravel pit and try and make everything flat and don't dig holes. But anyways, so I never got the grader training, and then I went into the office and I just said, "You know what? I'm done." I said, "There's no room for improvement here. What's the point of staying?" Well, now I'm back. Oh yeah, right on. The Yeah, our district here, they were. I went in and applied there year before last, I guess, and they wanted to know if I had dug sewer and water, and I said no. Like I worked in the oil field, and they were like, "Oh, we're looking for somebody who can do sewer and water." So I didn't get that job. That's right. It's funny too though because this is 4 years later, and that same guy, uh, he showed up this past week, but 3 weeks in a row didn't show up one day for work. So the grader just sat there because he kept phoning into town and nobody could come out. Everybody's busy. No, I haven't seen Quick Dicks. I'll have to look it up. Is that on YouTube? All right. Have a good night, Adam. Hope you're feeling better, buddy. The Yeah, Adam's having a rough go. But I don't know. I know it's life, but yeah, it sucks when you got to watch people go through it. How are you doing, Daniel? I haven't heard much from you. You still going out to your sisters in the country for campfires and stuff, or what have you been up to? I gotta remember to do this Quick Dicks thing. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's like there's there's a lot of out here. There's a lot of opportunity, but for our district, they've over the years they've not hired the people that they want to hire, and they'll hire like somebody local, and hope that they can get them the training. So they'll give them greater training or whatever, and then they just quit. Or so then they've just spent. I don't even know what it is. It's got to be about $4,000 or $5,000 for this greater training school that they got to send them to. They have to pay their way down to Vancouver Island, pay their hotel room, pay their wage the whole time they're there, and then they get their greater training, and then it's like, oh, I'll go work in the oil field or whatever. It's not just graders, but whatever training. So the lady that got in there running it now, she's smarter than the ones before. So now she's making sure that they do not hire somebody that doesn't have the training they need because they're tired of, just having the revolving door of people looking for free training for stuff so they can go get a better job. Yeah, I'm gonna go look at that. I never. There's a lot of like really funny stories that people have told me out here. Like when I first came out, there was a guy, but he was on the Alberta side, and I guess he was a disgruntled worker, and he went out one night and he took like an excavator and he buried all of their equipment. I can't remember where. I'll find out though. Snakes will be bad. Oh, really? Like rattlesnakes, or what kind of snakes you got there? I know you got rattlers, right? I gotta find that. I think it was in like high level Alberta or something. Oh, okay. 2019, 4 bulldozers. All right. Well, I don't know what the thing is, but the yeah, it was in Alberta. Destroyed everything. It says you can't even tell one truck existed, but there was it was a revenge thing. Oh, where are we here? Okay, October 14th, 2006, outside of Edson, Alberta, an employee from this camp was relieved of his duties late Friday afternoon. I guess he went a little postal with the track hoe on the other equipment late Saturday night. Here, I'm going to share this here. Yeah, so he took the track hoe and like he even filled the pup up. Oh no, that was a dump truck. That's not a pup. Filled the truck up with dirt and then crushed the front of the truck. Like, that's insane. I can't even imagine how many millions of dollars that is. Like, look at this. I don't even like. Yeah, it doesn't say what he got charged with or anything, but like that. That's crazy. Oh, cottonmouths, rattlers, and copperheads. Oh no, copper belly. We had in Ontario we had copper belly snakes, but they didn't bite and they were just little. I I've never been around rattlers much, but I know we have them here. I just have never seen them. Yeah, that counts for something. Nothing out here. I got to get mine though now that I have fork. I like before I was always like, what do I need a forklift license for? But I guess I do now. Yeah, the old killdozer. Smitty was building a killdozer like or he was talking about it anyhow. I guess maybe he never did it, but I know he was talking about building like, well, I guess not all you guys know Smitty, but for the ones of us that do, he makes art. Like he's a welder and he makes metal art, and like he built a battleship and it was just beautiful. And then he was talking about his next project was going to be maybe the killdozer, so he's going to recreate the killdozer on a small scale. I think that'd be cool. Oh, is that what it is? So I don't need it to load my own stuff on my own vehicles then, probably. I should probably get it though, because I'm thinking of putting a plate on it. Like nobody in our town has a forklift. And I know that the hardware store used to have one and they used to unload trucks for other people. So now I'm thinking that maybe I can pick up that little extra work of unloading trucks. I don't know when I would do it, but I guess, or I could rent the forklift out or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. If I get that little one going, I might like rent it out and then just keep one so I know that one is always working for me. But yeah, I don't know. For the price I got them, I can't complain. The cheapest forklift up until I got these ones, the cheapest one I had seen at any of the auctions was $4,000, and it was in rough shape, and it was like a 1974 Clark, and I was like, oh man, I'm not paying $4,000 for a beat up old forklift. I'll buy a skid steer. Then I start seeing the skid steer prices. Like the cheapest skid steer I saw was a New Holland skid steer that was from the 80s maybe, and it it went for like $6,500, I think, and it didn't like it ran, the engine ran, but the hydraulics didn't work on it. And it was one of those, like the old school where they're tall and narrow. And so when I was talking to the guy at the auction, I said, well, I need to get something to load trucks. I said, he said, you might be able to load a truck with it. I doubt it, but you might be able to. He said, I had to unload it off the trailer, and he said, I wouldn't even look at it. So I just never did. Well, yeah, that's the way I see it. Is if so, say one of the local businesses needs to get a truck unloaded, like, you know, a flat deck or something. The store, like our grocery store, often if they're moving freezers in and out or anything like that, they've got to go and rent a skid steer from the rental company an hour and a half away. Well, you know, I'd probably just let Scott use it because he cuts my grass for free and everything. But yeah, I know, Nas, and kitties need love. Oh, really? See, I've never anything I've ever used a forklift for was always just loading pallets into a truck, and they were always, you know, just light stuff. So I've never seen a forklift even straining. But this big forklift I got, it says it'll lift 10,000 pounds, and the little forklift is like 9,600 pounds, like total weight. And it says it'll lift 4,500 pounds. So I was like, well, I wanted to do some work on that little forklift. Maybe I can just lift it up with the big forklift and have a hoist, but that's probably not safe. I'm not sure, Brent. It's some YouTube thing, and I have no say over. Well, I don't think I have a say over whether it's there or not. I've seen it on other people's thing, and I have no idea. It's somebody. I think it was Chris. Maybe said that it was the amount of time people have watched. So I and I know it changes each live, so I don't know if it's like who's been there the longest. I really have no clue. Oh, well, here I guess I could have learned the most comments. But no, that can't be true either because like I was saying before, Ian Matthews came in, made 3 comments, and he was number one over people that had been on there making comments for like a half an hour. And then all of a sudden, Ian was just number one after 3 comments. So that didn't make any sense. Get to work, Brent. Oh, man. Oh, I should get off of here. I'm ready for bed. And these, I don't think I should have too many more of these. And I've been almost an hour more than I thought I was going to be anyhow. Well, guys, I appreciate you all stopping in for a drink with me. And I hope I'll be able to do this next week. I couldn't do it last week because the kids came when we had the folk festival, and so we were gone all Friday night. But hopefully, wait, Bryce says you're what? A beautiful person. I'm sure you are. You sure seem like it. But anyways, guys, yeah, I appreciate you coming and hanging out, and I'll try and get back here. Oh, wait. I thought that you came here because you just knew you needed to. I didn't know I had to actually say it. Get a video out, Nas. Sometime before the end of this weekend. While I have time to watch it. All right. Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks very much. And take care and hope to see you next week. Bye. Wait, how do I shut this off again? There we go.